Hey everybody, it's Nate with Sauce Ain't the Boss here again, and today is day number 296 of quitting alcohol. I had a viewer comment on one of my videos about how I believe I think he said he's 90 days in on his quitting alcohol journey, and he's just noticing how great he feels, and he was kind of asking me if I wouldn't mind doing a video to kind of talk about how it feels from 1 month to the next month to the next month in this journey, what things you start to feel and realize as you get further and further into this quitting alcohol journey. And, so to start with, the first month is just, it's wild, right? I mean, you're going through your withdrawal phase, you're sleeping like crap, you don't really know what to expect. There's a lot of self-doubt if you can actually do this. I mean, I'm just talking how I felt. It's a very kind of just challenging time. You're not sure if you can do it, right? I mean, those thoughts definitely pop into your head. And it's a time to start to learn to control your mind, your thoughts, your actions, and set that foundation I'm talking about quitting alcohol. The sooner you can get in control of your mind and deal with those cravings and those triggers and not put yourself in those stressful drinking environments that are going to make you want to drink in the beginning, the better off you're going to be. So yeah, the first month one is all about, kind of laying that foundation down and getting through it. I wish I could say it was super easy that first month, but for me, I found it to be probably the most challenging. And why wouldn't it be? I mean, you're the closest you're ever going to be to alcohol on this journey. The cravings are probably going to be the strongest because you're having to deal with everything now for the first time. The first time doing anything without alcohol, if you're like me and drank for 20 plus years. We call them the firsts, in this alcohol quitting journey. The first time you do anything now without alcohol can be a challenge. The first time I went camping, the first time I went on a vacation, the first time you go to a barbecue, all the things, the first time you go to a restaurant, or you go to a buddy's house that's a drinker and you're not. I mean, there's a lot of these firsts that you're going to experience, and those firsts happen within the first, few months, obviously. So that's month one in kind of a nutshell. I'm not going to go month by month, but just kind of say that I found for me, every 3 months seemed to be where something magical just kind of happens. Realizations happened. So for me, it was really like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. And I don't know what it is. I've talked about before, if it's the change of seasons, you've somehow gone through a spring or a fall or a winter or a summer in 3 months and have dealt with all the challenges that each season presents. Each season has its own holidays. It has its birthdays, anniversaries that mean something significant to you possibly, and getting through those first in that season and getting through those maybe makes you level up and become stronger. But for whatever reason, when I hit about 90 to 100 days, it started to get a lot easier. And I guess I really want to tell you guys that I was talking to my wife while we were hiking today about how when I started lifting weights and exercising and eating healthy, like 2 months had gone by and I really hadn't seen much results. And I was telling her how easy it can be for somebody to put in all that effort and work and all that suffering, so to speak, that you go through during those 2 months, and looking at yourself in the mirror going, what the hell, man? I'm not getting the results I wanted, this isn't even worth it. It's never going to happen, and had I not stuck with it until I finished my 3rd month, and then for some reason at the end of that 3rd month, again, back to the 90 days, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, holy crap, I can see some results. I'm having more energy now. I'm not getting winded going up a flight of stairs. My skin's clearer. And so all of a sudden, if those people that give up after 2 months and never saw the realization of those, 90 days, those 3 months, and all the benefits that start to show up, it's kind of sad, because you went through all that tough work only to give up and never experience the joy from your efforts, And so My advice to you is if you're in month 1, month 2, and into month 3, get through those 90 days. You're going to look different. You're going to feel different. And this is in regards to quitting alcohol or working out. A change of seasons, 90 days is huge. And then again, when I hit 6 months, I had really been working on who I was in the prior, half a year, 6 months of, because once you put the alcohol down, you start seeing all kinds of rotten things about yourself and have to cope with all the things and deal with all the things that you drank for. And now you have your drugs gone and you have to just go on forward dealing with this stuff without it. And a lot of growth comes with that. And there is some discomfort and some suffering. And that's the big word in my household these days is discomfort and suffering. We talk about, with my kids and my wife and what makes somebody have growth and be a better person and have the rewards. You have to go through the discomfort and the suffering. And we no longer in my family look at discomfort and suffering as a bad thing. We look at it as something that is to be kind of appreciated for what it is, because on the other side of that suffering and discomfort are treasures that you can't have and experience if you don't go through that discomfort and suffering. So I would have to say that the first 6-month block of quitting alcohol, at 3 months I felt like I finally was getting somewhere, results were showing up, so I was feeling really good. You feel like you're getting this thing figured out, right? 6 months was kind of like, wow, I'm starting to really elevate who I am as a person. I'm starting to not be so damn selfish. I'm starting to think of others. I'm starting to have more empathy. I'm starting to not overreact to situations. You just start seeing that by removing the alcohol and realizing things about yourself, you start fixing things about yourself and that type of thing. And then all of a sudden, 6 months in, you're going, wow, this is the journey turned from just quitting alcohol to like a self-growth, better version of your self-growth type of thing that you didn't really plan on, or at least I didn't plan on ever existing when I said, hey, I'm quitting alcohol. At that point, you just need to quit alcohol and get away from all the bad crap that's going on in your life, let alone are you thinking about not becoming, a selfish person anymore or working on your inadequacies as a human being. It just kind of naturally comes with the territory once you quit drinking the booze, And so then again at 90 days and where I'm at now, I started hitting this like phase. So I'm at, I know it's been 9 months. It'll be 10 months here in another 4 days. So yeah, 9 months to 10 months. I've been in this feeling of like contentment. I don't have any other word to describe it other than I'm content going grocery shopping. I'm content driving around in my truck, picking up furniture. I just got this Ethan Allen leather chair off of Facebook Marketplace and got a heck of a buy on it. And my wife actually found it on there and we went together to go get it. I enjoyed it. We were driving in the truck, I had the AC on, it's hot here. And we just got done doing a 7-mile, pretty intense hike out in the sun today. And enjoyed that, and just everything I'm doing in life I'm just loving, and it can even be doing laundry or dishes or going to work, and just even working out, eating the most basic foods. I'm just content with life right now. And I was telling this viewer in my comment back to him that I'm in this place now in 9 months to 10 months where for the first time, I feel like I did when I was a kid again. Like when I was a young person that wasn't drinking alcohol. I didn't need a drug to have fun. I didn't need a drug to have contentment. So at 9 months to 10 months, I have, I use the term, like my brain has been rewired. My life has been rewired. It took 10 months of being away from alcohol for me to kind of feel normal again without it, And I'm sure there's some science behind all that, what goes on in the brain from drinking 20 plus years, hormones, dopamine levels, endorphins. I mean, all these different things that exist in our bodies. And I'm no expert on all this stuff. But the reality is, that's why I wanted to do these videos as a regular Joe, telling you guys that, hey, it took me about 10 months before I felt really content and happy again in life with just the normal day to day. I'm not looking for something more. I don't need I don't need a drug anymore. I don't need that outside influence in my life to give me something that is better, that I feel like is better than just living life on its own terms now. I can live life on its own terms and be very happy and content. And that's huge. I mean, there's nothing more rewarding and beautiful than that in this whole journey, is being able to just love life again, feel like I did when I was a kid, and just be a genuine person going through life unclouded, not mentally screwed up by a poison, not physically screwed up, so yeah, that's kind of how it's been so far. And that's, in a nutshell, I mean, this video could be probably hours long if I dove into month by month, week by week, but those are kind of the high points, guys, is you got to get through that first 3 months. Don't stop at 2 months. That's the mistake I made one time. I told you guys in a video a while back that the longest I'd ever gone without alcohol prior to where I am right now was 2 months. And a Super Bowl Sunday came along, and I gave into that justification thought of why I should drink on Super Bowl Sunday. And I spiraled back into my old habits, lickety-split, and went on for another shoot. That was probably another decade of drinking after that, or at least 5 to 7 years. I can't remember, but long story short, the 2 month mark, if you're there, give it one more month. See how you feel in 90 days. And then see how you feel in 6 months. It's going to be even better. And then in 9 months, and here 10 months, like I'm saying, it's so basically I'm rounding to 300 days here, so not even a year. And the changes that have happened in my life from my physical, spiritual, and mental well-being has all improved dramatically. And what I've really found is that there's a balance that begins to happen when you start focusing on one of those aspects of your life, whether it's your spiritual aspect, your mental aspect, or your physical aspect. They're all connected, right? So working out and pushing yourself is a mental thing, right? A lot of it is up here of how far you can push yourself, what you can and can't do, that mental struggle of, am I going to sleep in, or I'm going to get my ass up and hit the weights and hit the treadmill, There's mental and physical going on there with that type of thing, and that's connected to your spirit. I get done running up a mountain, and I'm sitting there on top of the mountain, taking deep breaths and focusing on my spiritual side and just being content in the moment. And it's really crazy, guys. I'm telling you, I don't mean to sound like some weird, nutty, enlightened person. I'm not any of those things, but, there's a lot of phoniness I see going on these days with people that pretend to be enlightened and stuff. And some people are, don't get me wrong. But what I want to say to you guys is just that there's something magical, man. I mean, when you put that alcohol down and you start working on yourself, and you get 300 almost days in like I am, and you put forth the effort of getting through the uncomfortable times, and you deal with that suffering and deal with that discomfort, and learn to embrace that and see it for the thing that it is, that's actually leading you to a better you. Man, things start firing on all 8 cylinders, and your mind, body, and spirit just start getting better. And I never thought in a million years that this was part of quitting alcohol. I was just like, dude, I got to stop drinking, right? That's where we start. This stuff's no good for me anymore. It's wrecking my life. It's wrecking my body. I'm turning into an a-hole. I got to get away from this. It's no good anymore, right? So that's how it begins. And that's all I thought it was, is I got to put the sauce down, man. And then it turns into a spiritual journey. And then things just start getting really cool, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. Hang in there. It gets better. Life is a beautiful thing once you can stop poisoning yourself every day. I wish I would have knew this years ago. But that was why I wanted to start this channel, is to share and help those of you that were exactly where I was, trapped in that alcohol trap, and looking at yourself in the mirror in the middle of the night going, what the hell is going on with me? What's wrong with me? I'm just falling apart here, man. Something's got to change, you know? So I hope this is helping, guys. If you guys are enjoying these videos, please give them a like. Subscribe to the channel if you can. And most importantly, remember, sauce ain't the boss. You are. You guys have a great day.